Welcome to the 183rd edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic Again. I am Tiger Height.
Man, you did not...
Try to say that 5 times fast.
Right.
And that is Peanut Gallery. We're getting right into it, and there is, I would say, a lot of drama, kind of, but a lot of it is centered around a couple of idiots. So we're going to go into it.
Yay.
First off, Cope. I don't know why he's the one who keeps popping up. Also, Grok, which is the Twitter AI, where you basically at Grok, ask it a question and it responds to you. And it's amazing. It's such an amazing AI because it essentially is taking what we've been saying forever and telling you exactly how it is, where they don't deliver. They are piss poor booking. The crowd looks really small, and it's amazing.
I think you would think that people who are pro AEW are just hating this.
Well, you would think that they would not even be on the platform, period.
Right.
But they try to do that blue sky bullshit for like
a minute.
And then they just stopped and went back to Twitter. It's amazing. Let's talk about the crux of Revolution, kind of.
And we're going to have a whole discussion about this.
And this is the story that is currently running. Moxley did not want to lose the AEW World Champion, which he should have. But Cope didn't want to get pinned by Moxley for some reason. So because they have some sort of creative control, they had to use Christian as
essentially the punching bag,
the sacrificial lamb,
right,
to get out of this match where everybody is thrilled. It's so stupid.
No one is thrilled. No one likes Jon Moxley as champion. Absolutely nobody. He is pulling this company to the ground.
Right. You had this whole ass match. Christian cashed in at the very end of the match, which was smart. But this is the only move that he got hit with, which is the Bulldog Choke. And for some reason, that's where he lost.
Right.
Are we kidding? The logical thing to do in this situation is Cope beats Moxley. Then Christian cashes in and wins the title. That would have put a nice bow on this pay-per-view. It's so logical and perfect. But they just didn't do it.
Well, because there is no logic or purpose.
Because this is what happens when the fucking inmates run the asylum.
Yay.
You get a bunch of crap. And here's more crap. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. If Cope has a back injury, why is he A, selling wrestling moves? And I don't know about you, but he looks pretty fucking flat on his fucking back in this picture. Where's the logic? Retards. And people are sitting there thinking this is an acceptable fucking excuse.
No. It's not. Cope has a lot of creative control over his character.
It's so stupid. It's beyond stupid. The Hall of Fame. I don't know why they think this is a cute idea.
Oh, to have it at 10 o'clock at night?
So, Peanut Gallery and I live in Vegas. This is nothing new and or special. But
there are a lot of shows that start at 10 o'clock at night.
I'm aware. But this is not like your standard Vegas thing. This is something that's going to be presented on television. Yeah. This is 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern.
Yeah, living on the East Coast, this is the least coast.
I had a death threat because we said some bullshit about the East Coast. But come on, your show started at 8 o'clock. I used to live on the East Coast. I went to college on the East Coast, for God's sake.
And it sucked.
It did. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Why they thought Fontainebleau at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I think Fontainebleau is hosting the wrestlers and stuff there.
I'm aware.
That's why.
Your guy swims in Poon, and I know at 10 o'clock, I ain't watching wrestling. I'm pretty much getting a towel for the girl I just finished on, okay? So this is stupid in every conceivable way. So Ospreay's interview was not only immature, stupid, and made him look like a total dork, but he's getting outdrawn.
He is a total nerd.
He is getting outdrawn by a mile. And this is not just Scott Steiner's, JD McDonagh's. JD McDonagh, the quintessential jobber of the Judgment Day, I think is sitting at 100,000, and Ospreay's is still sitting around 70, 80. I think he made the right choice going to AEW, because if he went to WWE, they would have to throw everything this idiot's doing out the goddamn window.
They would have to.
Also, I don't think he has the attitude.
No.
He doesn't have the grind. He doesn't have the dedication.
No.
And he thinks he knows it all.
Right.
And that does not fly when the company is a company.
Right.
And you have standards.
It flies when you're buddy with, fellow nerd Mr. Tony Khan.
Right. And he's on daddy's money.
Yeah, and he's on daddy's money.
Daddy's money.
Daddy's money.
So this is exciting, but I have a question. CJ Perry and Rusev, or Miro, rather, that slave name, they renewed their vows.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Congratulations to both of them. They separated in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
They got back together in 2025. What's the common denominator?
It was a work. They were supposed. Well, I don't know if the actual separation was a work.
So they never officially divorced, but they were IRL separated.
Right.
They were IRL,
and it was supposed to be incorporated into an AEW storyline, but it never was
because Tony Khan changed his dumbass mind.
Right. As he always does.
Why would you do this? Well, number one, I think
WWE has a very long history of exploiting this kind of stuff.
but they don't do it IRL. They don't force their wrestlers to separate IRL to do that.
No. But they will take advantage.
Well, they did it with Lana and Rusev.
Yep.
Lana was banging Bobby, and then she was banging Dolph.
No. I mean, like in real life.
Yeah. They don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they did in the past with the Lita, Edge, and Matt Hardy thing. That just turned into
No. They didn't tell them to separate. Matt Hardy and Lita were never married.
Right. But they did exploit separation, like a real life separation. For a storyline purpose. But that turned out to be gold.
Actually, the original plan was never that. Matt Hardy was released. He was gone from the company. It was fans' backlash that actually brought that back and created that.
We're not talking about Matt Hardy. We're talking about talking about CJ Perry.
Right. But CJ Perry and Miro, congratulations to both of them, but I am convinced that AEW wants their wrestlers to be single. Now, there's a lot of AEW for some reason.
There's always a lot of drama with AEW.
I know.
AEW is just
it's cannon fodder. It's perfect for me. So this should be the scariest number for you people. Look at the difference between 2023 and 2025 as it relates to the setup. And this is not a small building. This is a huge building.
Mm-hmm.
They cut the literal building in half, and they still can't fill it. It's so bad.
It is so bad. There are 13,000 seats, and you have a setup of 3,800. That's like a fifth.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad.
You're not making your money back.
No,
there's no part of this.
No. You're not making any money.
Yes, Speedball Mike Bailey. You knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming, but good God,
for the love of God, Josh Alexander. I don't care if Tony Khan blows you. Do not sign with this company.
No.
It will be. Here's the thing. You can always get back money. Reputation, you will never be able to get back.
WWE doesn't sign a lot of people.
I'm aware of that. I'm sure Josh Alexander would actually do a lot better, A, professionally, and B, like money-wise, if he just sticks with the indies. If he just does indie stuff.
Or he goes to NXT.
Or if you go, but you said that they don't sign WWE. NXT is WWE.
Well,
Stop trying to pretend it's not.
They don't sign a lot of ex-AEW stars. Because
Josh Alexander is not ex-AEW.
Oh, I know.
He's ex-TNA.
Yeah, I know. It's just, your reputation gets destroyed, and then you don't get signed by WWE because, I don't know.
Okay, there are a couple of people who have signed with AEW, then went to WWE.
Yeah, but not very often.
Ethan Page,
Cody Rhodes,
Ricky Starks, Lexis King.
Yeah.
I feel like there's somebody I'm missing.
There are probably a few more, and Penta.
Oh yeah, Penta.
And we're probably gonna get
Phoenix.
Yep, Phoenix, and then we're probably gonna get Malachi Black too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But they were WWE. Well, some of them were.
Yeah.
Some of them were WWE before they went to AEW, and then they came back. Yeah. So it's like, what part there was them re-signing? Was it because of the former regime and they brought them back? Or was it because of their reputation in AEW?
Right.
That's the question. So we'll see where it goes. They started off fine with Mike Bailey being in the international, I almost said intercontinental, the international tournament nonsense, which we'll talk about here in a bit. But this is just not a good idea. We knew it was coming, but Josh, watch what happens with Bailey and look at what's happening with like Jordan Grace or Joe Hendry. He's not even signed with that company. He's still being treated like an enormous star.
Right.
That's more money than you will ever know. And that's just like in the further. This is another Dave Meltzer absolute nonsense. Nonsense. I want to see evidence. I want numbers right now. You cannot say they are the most profitable in pro wrestling.
It says most profitable year for any pro wrestling company other than WWE.
I want to see it. I want to see this.
Well, yeah, because
the most profitable year. What about WCW?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, didn't WCW have some pretty profitable years?
Yeah, they were beating Raw. They were literally beating the flagship. Right. And you don't think they were sitting there making enormous amounts of money? Adjust that shit for inflation, you dumb piece of shit, and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm convinced that this guy's being paid by AEW.
I think he has money in it. I'm 100% convinced he is doing everything possible to
make it successful,
to showcase it. And it's like, okay, you can't even say it's the most profitable year for any pro wrestling company unless I see some fucking evidence.
Right. But of course, it's all outside WWE, and it's probably not true. It was probably true this past year. Like, they were probably.
There's no way they were profitable. There's no way. There are conflicting reports, and we did the numbers on it, and the numbers don't number. And they're doing worse now than they did last year.
Right, that's true.
So the numbers are not numbering in Dave Meltzer's case here. And if he has proof of this, I want to see it. I will hire a tax person to go through all of their books, and they're going to tell me with a definitive thing if this stupid fucking company is profitable, because I will eat this hat if they are $1 in profit.
Okay then.
More Grok just being the funniest shit ever. You already said it. 19,000 capacity for Crypto.com arena, and they're hemorrhaging. Oh, by the way, it's like 60% for Revolution, which is a pay-per-view, and it was probably less for Dynamite.
Yeah, probably.
And then finally, this came out later. I might wait until next week for us to watch this match, but
this was embarrassing. This was an absolute embarrassment, and Ricochet should be ashamed.
Yeah, well, Ricochet,
he has no shame.
Well, he's like, I can beat the Miz on the mic. Ha, ha, ha. That's a lie. Your entire resume has just gone down the shitter. You're destroying your reputation.
Yeah.
And in any point in time when the lights are on bright, when you have to win, you lose. You are a loser in WWE, and you're a loser in AEW.
And he was treated better in WWE than he's being treated right now. I don't get this. He's in it for the money. I swear to God, ex-WWE guy, you're only in it for the money. Your loser wife just, she pretty much confirmed that she can do whatever the fuck she wants because she's probably living high on Shahid Khan's money. And you're just sitting there embarrassing yourself in front of 1,500 people.
It takes 10 years to build a reputation, and it takes 10 seconds to kill it. If you think you're going to come out of this company smelling like roses, you are out of your mind.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is going to come out of this company smelling like roses at this point.
No.
Cody got off at the right time.
Yeah.
And, with like Lexus King and Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, a lot of these wrestlers, they're going to have to work a lot harder to get back the reputation that they had.
And they are doing a pretty good job at that. They're in NXT, they're thriving. It's not like they're being mistreated like they were on AEW's roster.
Exactly. But, once again, it's going to take a more uphill battle than if somebody from TNA or GCW, one of those guys comes in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just going to be a lot harder.
Yep.
So that's my drama for this week. A lot going on. Peanut Gallery, we got some news coming up, so stay tuned.
Yay.